What's up, y'all? This is Ty, and I am here to review episode 7, season 1, episode 7 of Tyler Perry's drama Beauty in Black, or should I, as I call it, Booty in Black. But before I do that, I got to give a shout out to y'all who have been watching this with me. Shout outs to Lamont Simpson, Coy, Deshaun Jenkins, Miss Tasha, Miss Butterfly Jam 1978, Kryptonian Black, Saxton Heights, Alan Welch, June BLC, and who else we got here? D. Smith. And we have a new person, Controversial 84. Shout outs to you. Controversial 84 says, love to hear you sing. Thank you, Controversial. I'm glad you love to hear me sing. So, that means I'll throw a little song in there for you, right? So let's see. We're going to dedicate this song to Varney and Charles. A kiss in the dark. A certain time I can call you. A letter of love. But no name did you sign. Pretending to all. We were real just friends when I saw you. I didn't know that you wanted me to be your secret love. Why can't we tell somebody? Secret love never means as much. Let me stop wasting time. Secret lovers, oh yes they are. Anyway, enough of the foolishness. Let's get down to this review of Even Playing Field. So the episode kicks off with Norman going down to the towing place, the towing garage or the parking lot, whatever you want to call it, and speaking to the attendant and trying to get some questions answered. Because rest in peace, poor Enid done died, and as we saw, Norman killed everybody in broad daylight and got away with it, of course. So he's asking this attendant what he knows. The attendant says, listen, I lost my brother too. And he mentioned that there was a certain color car there, and I believe that was Jules's car. So then Norman asked him, he said, takes his phone, he said, hey, you recognize this guy? Asked him if he recognizes Jules. He says, no. Are you some cop or something? He says, no. He said, look, I told you I didn't recognize this guy. I don't recognize him, all right? Enough is enough. So he's like, I can't help you. So, he's getting that on. And we've seen later in this episode that Norman is not trusting Jules, because we see when Jules calls him, he's like, why are you asking me so many questions? And did you find out who the killer is, damn it? Who is the who ran over my wife? Who ran over Aunt Ina? And so he's like, he gives his BS, oh, well, blah, 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 and you don't trust me. And Norman says, no, I don't trust you. F you. So sorry, Jules, he don't trust you, man. He don't trust you. Not at all. Now let's move on down to Roy and Mallerie. Now, Roy is zooted high as a kite in the office, talking his smack. And, we've seen throughout this season so far that Mallerie is tough as nails, and she says what she wants and does what she wants. And then they're going back and forth, and he's telling her, I'm the one that runs this company. And he tells her, I can make this lawsuit go. I can sabotage this lawsuit because he thinks he can charm the lawyer. That's what he's thinking he can do. And I'm like, this whole thing is crazy. But then he says something out of the way to Mallerie. She doesn't like it, so she smacks him. But then he yokes her up. So as he yokes her up, in walks Calvin and Jillian. And Calvin is like, yo, is everything okay, Mallerie? Because, he done got a piece of that sweet potato pie. And so now he's got some feelings for her, so he's being a little overprotective. So Roy's like, yo, mind your business, bro. Mind your business and get the F up out of here. But Calvin ain't moving. Roy said, I said to move. So then Roy does a swing. He swings. He's high, drunk, whatever. He misses and falls and stumbles. And then this is when Calvin does this whole thing where he's like, Calvin is like blowing smoke up his butt after oh, you're so great, man. I just want to help you. And I know you built this company and blah, blah, blah. And you're just a great man and all this other foolishness, blowing smoke up his ass, which was clever. But I noticed something with these Tyler Perry shows. All the people in authority are very rude to the people that work for them. They are like idiots, just rude idiots. Just horrible. You ain't talking to me that way. You're just not. So somehow he's like, don't touch me. This and Roy's like, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. And he says, you know what? You ain't taking me home and you ain't walking me downstairs. I'll have Jillian walk me downstairs. So I thought that was interesting. I was like, okay. You know, he blew a lot of smoke up his ass. Oh, you're under stress, sir. I get it. You're a great man. No, he's not a great man. He's a drug addict. Get out of here. Anyway, let's go on down to the secret lovers, Charles and Varney. They had an argument last episode, I should say, because Varney wants him to stay put, and Charles does this totally unnecessary thing. It was totally uncalled for in the last scene, in the last episode, where he pulls his pants down, and you gonna miss this. You'll be back for this, talking about his butt cheeks. That was uncalled for. You could have just said you're gonna miss me. You didn't have to do all that. But anyway, now Varney comes back. Apparently, he is gonna miss it. And Varney's like, I apologize, and I love you, blah, blah, blah. They gonna do all of this. Oh, you love me, do you? And then he says, just please let me go hang out. I promise to come back. And he wants to go to the bisexual strip club to have fun. And he says, I know, Varney, you ain't coming. Because Varney's like, look, my career I built so hard, I can't do this and be out in the open because I can't work for your daddy and be gay and be banging you. I'm like, little do you know, his daddy gay too. So you in good hands. But, you know, the father's Horace is a hypocrite right now. So I get all that. But he told him, you ain't going to come back. I know you're not coming back. I know you. He's like, you right. Charles is like, I want to go home after I go to the strip club. Now, we get down to the strip club, and Angel is there with some muscle-bound dude that looks very similar to myself in physique, you know, real muscular, whatever. And his name is Slavo. And he has Slavo join in. He tells him, he said, listen, Slavo, what was his name? Salvo, something like that. I need you to help with this whole thing. You know, we gonna rob this dude. This dude, he had this very expensive watch on. I'm gonna give you just follow me, blah, blah, blah. So he's setting the plan in motion. And then meanwhile, we got Body, who is extremely annoying, harassing and irritating Kimmy. And I just want Kimmy to get up and smack her one good time. And she's asking Kimmy questions. What's he doing with Angel? What's going on with that? She said, we just friends. Blah, blah, blah. Then she keeps mentioning this whole thing about, there's a new stripper coming. Wait till you meet her. She's only 16. She's only 16. And I'm like, I know what this is. Body done got Kimmy's little sister. I could tell that's where that was going. I was like, I kind of figured that one out. Because just the way she just kept saying she's only 16, and Kimmy was like, well, isn't that illegal? She's like, everything in here is illegal. She needs to be smacked. I'm really sick of her. She really needs to be smacked. Then we go down to Jillian and Calvin. Now, this was interesting. Jillian is upset because she thought she was the only one that could play and sleep around with the authority. She was messing around with Roy, and now she's telling Calvin, you used me to learn about Mallerie only for you to use that to your advantage, so now you're sleeping with her. I'm going to make you pay. He doesn't seem to be threatened. He doesn't seem to care about it. He's like, ooh, I'm shaking in my boots. Do what you must. You've been summoned. I thought all that was stupid because that's not what really happened, but who cares? I thought that was just pointless, but you know, that happened in the story. Then we get to Horace coming up to the club. But Horace is trying to come to the club on the down low, down low. But the dude tells him, listen, you ain't got to go through the front door. We got a VIP drive-through. Does this really exist? A freaky drive-through? Man, Horace, he said, listen, Horace, you got to just pay $400 and you in there. So he says, I want Kimmy. He said, oh, you want Kimmy? I'll pay your money. You just drive right through there. When he drove through that freak fest, I said, what is that? Does this really, y'all help me, you strip club goers. They really have stuff like this, the drive-through freak fest? Everybody was sucking and effing and licking and sticking. And I'm saying to myself, okay, now this is out. How is this discreet when you right here in the damn parking lot? Unless there's no other buildings near this strip club. How is this more discreet than being inside? This drive, pull up to the bumper and get dealt with. I was like, yo, this is wild. Everybody was licking and sticking. I said, this is crazy. So anyway, they let Kimmy know, your boy is here, get on out here, this, that, and the third. And she has to go let Angel know. She says, it's time, Angel. And did y'all see Body watching her? So now, as that's going on, we see Charles has arrived. And Charles is trying to get Slavo, I think his name is Slavo, how much it's going to cost for you to come on home with me? And the dude is like, I don't swing that way. But then he says, wait, you got some candy? Talking about drugs. Then he tells him, meet me in the back stall in the bathroom, blah, 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 blah. They get back there. They doing drugs. Dude tries to bend Charles over. Charles is like, whoa, wait a minute. What is this? I don't want to do this here. We could do this back at my house. They're having a good old time. I'm like, this is crazy. It was just that was crazy. That was really crazy. Now, while she's back, let's go back to the freaky drive-through. Kimmy back here talking to Horace, slick at the mouth to me, and I'm like, she don't give that energy to Jules. And my thing is, if you scared of Jules and you know this is Jules' boss, why are you talking to me? Because Horace was like, I didn't know y'all had this operation going on back here. She's like, oh yeah, sure you didn't. Because she thinks that Horace is aware of all these things and that Horace knows that she works for him. But he doesn't know all of Jules' plans. He doesn't know all of that stuff. He doesn't know all the things that Jules is doing. He's not aware of that, but she thinks he does. But I'm like, this smoke you have for him, the way she's talking to him, she don't talk to Jules like that, and she don't talk to Body like that. But for Horace, she's like, she's a little slick at the mouth, to me. Anyway, so he says, listen, okay, he ain't coming out here. We ain't going to your place. Y'all gonna meet at my place. I give you the address, and that's what we gonna do. So then Kimmy tells him this, and she's like, they're setting that plan in motion. Meanwhile, back at Beauty and Black headquarters, Mallerie is telling Calvin, don't you ever get in between me and my husband again. He said, well, I was between something else. And he keeps saying these little flirty things, and it's turning her on. He said, girl, I know you want me. I know you want all this. He was using these lines, seducing her. He said, your nipples is getting hard. I know you like this. And she told him, get your fingers from between my legs. And he did want it. Nice and wet. I said, yo, this dude. So she told him he was fired, that he couldn't take her home. Then apparently he's not fired because she needed to get home. So then they get in the elevator, and she's saying more things to him, and he says something slick to her. And she said, you call me Mrs. Keller. He said, no, that's only in front in public, but behind closed doors, you're Mallerie. And he said something, he called her a bitch or something he said, and she smacked him, and he grabbed her. That's the second time she got yoked up. He yoked her up, and then they had sex in the elevator, and like, she's open. She's enjoyed that. She liked that. He got her wrapped where he wants her. But she was telling him something about, she don't trust Jules, and if you trust Jules, you can't mess with him. But she like him. Calvin got that. He got that in the bag. Now we get back to this strip club. Poor little, what's his name? Charles is so zooted and messed up, he done fell asleep. The night is over. He done fell asleep. He gets kicked out of the club. Apparently somebody took his watch and his phone, and we see him getting kicked out the club. And while that's going on, we see Kimmy having a conversation with Angel, and she's like, Angel, okay, we got to do this. We going to his house now, whatever. It's a different house, whatever. And she's like, who car is it? He said, it's Slavo's car. We going to use his car. She's like, what? She said, let's not hurt him. Let's not go hurt him. Don't hurt him. They get to Horace's house, and Angel is very impressed. Oh, wow, this house. It looked like a basic house to me, but Angel was very impressed. But then when Angel gets inside, he keeps texting. And Horace is looking at him like, yo, dude, what are you texting for? Take your clothes off. Let's get with this. He's like, oh, no, not yet. I'm just, that's what he says. And, mess with my baby mama and some foolishness like that. But you know what he's doing. He's doing a little setup. That's going on, right? Then, as that's going on, Kimmy's downstairs. The phone rings. Who is it? It's Rain. she was like, wait, Rain, I thought you died. Now, this is why I said Kimmy's an idiot. You went by what some old lady in the hospital said. Why didn't you ask somebody that worked there what happened to your friend? This one lady told you, baby, she died. And that's what you took, that's it? You didn't go to ask a doctor, you didn't go ask a nurse, you just took that. So you're the dumb one. So now she's like, oh my God, because Kimmy tells her, yeah, this man moved me, blah, blah, blah. It was Horace. Apparently Horace moved Horace moved Rain. So Kimmy's like, oh my God. And as she comes to this revelation, you look on the camera, you see these goons is coming. They coming to rob Horace. She runs in the room. No. We got to get out of here. We got to run. As that's happening, we see Charles's yellow Lamborghini coming in to I guess that's the private driveway or whatever. And it gets shot up so much that it explodes. I don't think Charles is in there, though. I don't think Charles is in there. Because remember, he was at the club all high up and sleep, and they kicked him out. But remember, he was like, where's my watch? Where's my phone? Maybe he don't have his car either. I don't think that's Charles in that car. That's just me. I don't think it's him. But the car blows up, boom. Kimmy's screaming, no, help. And that, my folks, is how the episode ended. Very entertaining. A lot of holes in the story, but very entertaining. A lot of craziness going on, but very entertaining. Because I'm like, some of the stuff that y'all getting away with, I'm like, okay. But I was entertained. I ain't gonna lie, I was entertained. So tell me your thoughts. What did you feel about this episode? And thank you for watching. And I will see you in the next episode, because the next episode is the very last episode, I guess, for part 1 of this season. I guess until it comes back, I believe it'll be back in 2025. All right. I'll catch you in the next video.